Hey guys, this is Lee with Miller Sports Cards, and we have a PSA Mailday today that I wanted to share with you. As usual, we'll go ahead and start with the 9s, and then work our way up to the 10s. Had a pretty good submission, so we'll go ahead and get started. I sent in a lot of Chronicles. I like the Chronicles, all different types of selections on this one. Always thought these were really cool. So we got a Chronicles Crusade Hollow PSA 9, Ronald Acuna. Contenders Optic, PSA 9 Ronald Acuna. Actually we got two more Contender Optics. Both of these are the Hyper Refractors. I sent in two and unfortunately got two 9s, but hey, you know, it is what it is. We also got another Optic Contender Blue Ice. Really cool looking card. PSA 9. Sent in the Illusions. If you know anything about the Illusions, like for football, that foil can be kind of tricky, but we got a 9 there. The Limited, we got a 9 there. That's all right. We made up for it with, I think, 3 10s. Glauber Torres, Topps Archives, PSA 9. Another Topps Archive coming attraction, Glauber Torres, PSA 9. Contenders Optic, Glauber Torres, PSA 9. Another Optic Blue Ice. Such a cool looking card. Love these cards. These are numbered to 149. Another 9. The Chronicles Studio Ohtani, 9. Classics Ohtani, 9. A couple of variations on this one. We got the Score, Chronicles Score, PSA 9 Ohtani. This is not Chronicles. Actually, it is. I lied. It's just 2017. Prism, Purple Scope, Mookie Betts. 2015 Bowman Draft, Taylor Ward. This is his first Bowman card. PSA 9. Just got called up to the Angels. Actually have a connection to him through a friend. 2018 Topps Living, Albert Pujols, PSA 9. Ted Williams, Topps Living, PSA 9. Miguel Andujar, Topps Chrome, 2018, rookie, PSA 9. But Spectra, y'all, is very, very tricky. It's one of those things that it can look like a 10 and it comes back a 9. That's exactly what happened with both of these. Still really cool cards. Lots of talk about whether or not the Yankees are gonna trade him or not. We'll see what transpires there. All right, that's it for the 9s, y'all. So let's go ahead and get started with the 10s. We'll start with the pile of Mr. Glauber Torres here. We got an X-Fractor, excuse me, 2018 Topps Chrome 10. And then we've got Prism Refractor, PSA 10. And then we've got, this is the one we have, I think, 3 of. Yeah, we got 3 2018 Topps Chrome Glauber Torres Refractors, PSA 10s. And then we've got 3 of the base Glauber Torres Topps Chrome PSA 10. And then Chronicles, we've got the Select PSA 10. And here it is. This was the one we had a 9 on, but we also got a 10. Another beautiful card, Glauber Torres, the Contenders Optic Blue Ice, numbered to 149. We got the Ruby Wave. This is a really pretty card, numbered to 199. PSA 10. We did get a PSA 10 in the Archives, Glauber Torres. All right, so that's it for Mr. Torres. All right, now we're going to move on to Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Now, I sent in 4 of these, and all 4 came back PSA 10s. I'm probably going to sit on some of these until he gets called up. But this is a really sought-after card. I think 10s are going anywhere between 60 and 70 bucks. So, beautiful card for 10s. And then we sent in a few 2017 Bowman's Best Top Prospects, Mr. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Once again, probably sit on some of these for a little while until he gets called up. But all three of those came back 10s. And then we've got the 2017 Bowman's Best Guerrero Jr. Refractor, also a PSA 10. That's right, Justin. Vlad is the man. All right, 2018 Topps Chrome Albert Pujols Pink Refractor, PSA 10. And that'll do it for that stack. Let's go to Mr. Ohtani. What do we say here? All right. Yes, more Chronicles. Here we go. 2018 Panini Chronicles. Contenders Optic, Blue Ice, numbered to 249. Or 149, I think. Sorry. PSA 10. We've got the Pink Refractor, PSA 10. And then we've got two of the base. Both of those beautiful 10s. Gem Mint. Nothing like Gem Mint. And, you know, PSA is so much better, in my humble opinion, than Beckett. You know, it's kind of, in my opinion, it's kind of disappointing to see a Gem Mint and then a 9.5. I mean, come on. All right, so we got some nice, proper Gem Mint 10s right here. PSA with the 2018 Panini Chronicles Limited. Mr. Ohtani with the 10s, all three of them. Another Chronicles. This time we've got Prestige, Mr. Ohtani, PSA 10. 2018 Panini Chronicles, Base, Mr. Ohtani, PSA 10. And I don't know if it gets much better than this or not. You got Mike Trout and Ohtani in one card, and it's a 10. So 2018 Topps Archives, Mike Trout and Mr. Ohtani, Gem Mint 10. The Halo Heroes, cool card. All right, we got another Chronicles, Rookies and Stars, PSA 10, Mr. Ohtani. Another Topps Archives, 1993, Coming Attractions, Mr. Ohtani, PSA 10. We've got the 2018 Chronicles, Contenders Optic, the Hollow, beautiful card, PSA 10. These are the, all right, here's some of the variation I was talking about with the classics earlier. So you got the 2018 Panini Chronicles. Both of these are classics, and PSA doesn't put like batting or pitching, but you've got the two different numbers to kind of differentiate between these two different cards here. But both of these are the Chronicles classics, and both of them came back 10s. So that'll do it for Mr. Ohtani. Now we're going to move on to Mr. Miguel Andujar. So we've got the 1998 Topps Archives, 1993 Coming Attraction, PSA 10. And then we've got the 2018 Topps Chrome, Miguel Andujar, PSA 10, Gem Mint. All right, so invested a little bit in some Kyle Schwarber. Had a pretty good year. Did pretty well with the home run derby. So picked up a rookie 2016 Topps Chrome, the Sepia Refractor, PSA 10. And although this one's not his rookie 2018 Topps Chrome Pink Refractor, PSA 10. So picked up a couple of Kyle Schwarbers. My dad's a big Indiana fan, and Kyle Schwarber played at Indiana, so, you know, kind of got the connection there. All right, 2015 Bowman Chrome Taylor Ward draft pick autos. Once again, he was called up to play third base for the Angels this year. From what I understand, he will be called back, and hopefully the next season will actually be his rookie year. I've got a little bit of a connection to Taylor Ward. As a matter of fact, I'm going to move this just for a second, show you guys something. I got his jersey. He signed that for me. I've been following him ever since he was drafted. And I got a buddy of mine who's cousins with him. So over Thanksgiving, I sent that jersey and he signed it for me. So I thought that was kind of cool. So I got a little bit of connection to Taylor Ward. So kind of special for that reason. That's one of the cool things about the hobby. All right. 2018 Topps Chrome. Victor Robles. We got the Pink Refractor. Nice memorabilia. Thanks, Justin. We try, man. All right. Moving right along. We're going to check out some Mr. Ronald Acuna, or Acuna. 2018 Panini's National Convention, Ronald Acuna, PSA 10. We picked up 2 of the Topps Living. Both of those are also PSA 10s. Topps Living is a beautiful card. I don't know if it's... I don't know what's going on with it. I don't know if it's flooded the market or what the deal is, but these don't seem to be quite as popular as they were even just a few months ago. 2018 Topps Chrome, Ronald Acuna, PSA 10. We got the Archives. Topps Archives, PSA 10, Ronald Acuna. Sometimes centering with these can be a little tricky. Have to be careful with the Archives. We got the 2018 Topps Fire, The Flame, Mr. Ronald Acuna, PSA 10. Really happy with this, especially with the foil. That foil can scratch pretty easily. And then we also have the base 2018 Topps Fire, Ronald Acuna, PSA 10. All right. And then more Chronicles. Yes, the Status, PSA 10, Mr. Acuna. Rookies and Stars, PSA 10, Ronald Acuna. And then we've got more Chronicles, Contenders Optic, PSA 10. This border right here, this is what will get you, okay? This is what, if you're going to grade this card, this is where you really want to pay attention, right here, okay? If the border around the player is off some, that's where it might get you a little bit. So that's what you really want to focus on. And also surface with these cards as well. Watch that as well. Usually what I do to check surface is I just kind of put it in the light and go from there. All right, so we got the more Chronicles. We got the Crusade here. Once again, watch out for surface. As far as centering goes, pay attention. I guess I kind of call this the shield here. Pay attention here on the edges there. But surface and these edges, that's usually what you want to look for. The back, because it does kind of have this dark paper here in the back, sometimes you need to be careful there. But we got lucky, I guess, and that one came back a 10. All right, 2018 Panini Chronicles. We've got a little Phoenix action. Beautiful card. PSA 10. All right, so I was kind of showing you earlier, since you've got some dark paper here, sometimes you can see imperfections. When you have white, it's usually a little bit easier. They usually grade that a little bit easier on the back from what I've seen. I'm definitely not a PSA grader by any stretch of the imagination, but because that's white, it doesn't show the imperfections. So I think they're a little bit easier on you on that one. All right, so we got the 2018 Panini Chronicles Classics, Mr. Ronald Acuna. Centering was pretty good. Also on these, check your top to bottom. Make sure that's nice. And look, they're going to be a little bit more strict on the side to side. They'll give you a little bit more leeway on the top to bottom. All right, and then we've got 2 of the 2018 Chronicles Limited. Both of those came back 10s. Looks like a little smudge there. There we go. All right, those are nice. And now we're going to move on from Mr. Ronald Acuna and check out Mr. Ozzie Albies. X-Fractor, 2018 Topps Chrome, PSA 10. Chrome, y'all ain't going to lie to you, it's pretty easy to grade. Just check the surface, and I mean, sometimes I get 9s maybe for centering, but to me, checking the centering on Topps Chrome is a little bit more tricky. That's one of the things I haven't quite figured out yet. But really, Topps Chrome, check your surface, and then after that, you might be in pretty good shape. All right, and then we got a couple of the pink refractors. Both of these came back 10s. Once again, check your surface, okay? All right. This was a risk. This decal border here, the 2018 Topps Heritage, the 1969, the decal edge here, that can be kind of tricky, but everything looked relatively smooth. So sent that in and got the 10. 2018 Topps Archive, the 1993 Coming Attraction. We got the 10 on this one. Once again, watch your borders. And then the 2018 Panini Chronicles Contenders Optic, the Ruby Wave. This is a 10. As I was saying earlier with the Contender Optic, this is the border that you really want to pay attention to. And then the back, you see that black paper, that can be kind of tricky. So make sure you don't see much white on the back. They're a little bit more lenient on the back than they are the front. All right. Kind kind of a hodgepodge of players here, but we got a 2018 Topps Chrome. Yeah, Braves rookies, yes sir. Watch out for the Braves. 2018 Topps Chrome, the Superstar Sensation. We got the Gem Mint 10 there on Mr. Aaron Judge. 2018 Topps Chrome, Mike Stanton, Pink Refractor, PSA 10. Mr. Bryce Harper. 2018 Topps Chrome, the 1983 Topps look. Like that refractor look. All right, I believe... Oops, not quite done with baseball yet. Sorry. Got a few Topps Living cards. The 2018 Topps Living, Mike Stanton. Both of those came back 10s. The Topps Living have been kind of tricky. I don't really have much in the way of advice for this except watch your borders and make sure it's centered. But I've sent off stuff I thought was centered and didn't come back quite the way I'd hoped. Maybe it's the back. Maybe some chipping issues or whatever on the back. But thankfully, these came back 10s. I had quite a bit of Living come back 10 this time. 2018 Topps Living, we got the Austin Meadows, PSA 10. Such a cool looking card. 2018, we got Mr. Brian Anderson. Noah Syndergaard with your Mets, PSA 10. Mitch Haniger, PSA 10. Topps Living. All right, now these two are cool. We got the Ted Williams. Those are really cool. One of these I'll probably keep. That's a really cool looking card. Ted Williams, Topps Living, PSA 10. All right, and that's it for the Topps Living. We got a couple of football, and we're done. So we got the 2018 Panini Score, John Kelly, the rookie autograph here, PSA 10. I saw him early on in the year play, and I was like, hey, he's got some potential, so I figured I'd pick up a rookie auto for relatively inexpensive and get it graded. So we'll see what happens. Plus, he played at Tennessee. I got a good friend of mine. We went to a Tennessee game a few weeks ago. It's kind of an addicting place, so I figured I'd pick up the card and get it slabbed and protected. All right, and the last one of the night, if you don't already know, I am a pretty big South Carolina Gamecock fan, so also a pretty big George Rogers fan. If you've watched my other videos, you've probably heard the story when I was a kid, George Rogers came to the house and ate dinner with my family, so a little bit of a connection there. So we got the 2018 Panini Contenders Draft Picks George Rogers Autograph Bowl Ticket. Mr. George Rogers, PSA 10. All right, I really appreciate everybody kind of stopping in today. Thanks for the comments. I enjoyed the conversations, and we will see you guys next time. I'm supposed to be getting a small order in, hopefully on Saturday. Got a couple of Kuna autos and a Peyton Manning flawless auto as well coming in on Saturday. So we'll see you guys then. Have a great night.